we're gonna, I think, take a trip down memory lane, and I'm gonna react to Guerrilla Bars 1. This one will be fun. I think we could just watch the first group on this one, actually, just to take it way back to the beginning. Guerrilla Bars 1 came after a hiatus. So actually, on the last episode, I talked about how, I ended up kind of taking a break from YouTube so that I could work on my first project, Contents Under Pressure. And, I go into more detail on that in the other episode. But basically, this was like my return to YouTube. I was running out of money. I had gotten like a decent amount of money doing this Mitsubishi commercial early on. And then I was running out of money. And I was like, dude, I might have to get a job, I was going to like go get an application for Trader Joe's. And then, shout out to my girlfriend, Lisa. And she was like, nah, like, what are you talking about? You got fans. People love what you do. Like, you just got to get back out there and get active again. And so I kind of like refreshed it and rebranded it. And so rather than just like, they used to just be Venice Beach Freestyle 1, Venice Beach Freestyle 2, Hollywood Freestyle. I was like, let me give it a name and make it a series. And so it became Guerrilla Bars. And so this is the first one that was branded as Guerrilla Bars. And it was filmed at Echo Park, which is right where I lived at the time. So yeah, I walked over here.
Did you name it Guerrilla Bars?
5-minute walk. Yeah, I came up with the name Guerrilla Bars.
Nice.
Yeah, like, and it's gorilla at not like the animal, right? But like guerrilla warfare, or well, I guess a better comparison would be like guerrilla comedy or guerrilla theater. Like we're just, the world is our stage. We don't need a venue. We're just out there doing it.
Dope. All right, so let's peep Guerrilla Bars 1 here.
Hell yeah.
At least a segment, but let's hit it.
All right. Yeah. All right, so somebody throw out a word. Tree. Yo, Harry Mack, I'm the one they all want to be. Freshest MC. When flowing, I'ma grow like a tree. Come on, I grab the microphone and then I just rock them. I got these rappers falling off like tree leaves when it's autumn. Yo, when I do my thing, I got the rhymes you can't compute. Nothing cute. Yo, like a tree, I got firm roots. Harry Mack, when I'm on it, I give verse to the verse. In fact, I got roots that's going way deep in the earth. I spit it right off the top. Somebody throw another word out. I'ma kick the rhymes that people never heard about. Check it, it's Harry Mack, I'm spitting it mad. Yo, I got rappers blue, cause they feeling so sad. When I'm on the microphone, straight to heaven I send them. Time and space, I'ma bend them. I leave them blue like a
okay, all right, pause it real quick. So, dude, this is dope. I haven't rewatched this in a long time. Few things right off the bat. This is before we started layering the beat in post-production, which was a game changer. Because like you can hear on this one, the beat sounds like really thin and stuff. It's just whatever's being captured of the beat on my lav mic is basically all that we're hearing. And then I think I'm blending it with the camera audio as well. So the mix is just
you're
like...
You're doing that? You're editing these?
Yeah, I edited all of these myself, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man. I that was the most time-consuming thing about this era too, dude. Like, that was the bottleneck for me to get content out. I was like, I'll post I don't know if it was every week at this point or if it was every other week, but it was hours of editing, dude. Like, and I was just doing it myself. At first, I was just doing it in iMovie. This one's probably in iMovie. And then eventually, it got to be too much for the computer, and for iMovie was just like couldn't hang. Sure. So then I got DaVinci, which is free. You can get like 90% of the features for free, and then you just pay for that like pro level 10% stuff that you need to like color a Hollywood movie. And so I started getting some editing chops together, but I always kind of hated it. Respect to you, dude. I have no idea how you do that. But I did it out of necessity. But yeah, no beat layered in, so it doesn't really sound that fat on the instrumental side. The other thing is people were just throwing me words as I was going. Like, they were just lobbing them to me, so I was just requesting words. Now it's usually like I collect all the words up front, and I sort of like go through those in order. So it's interesting to see. I forgot that this is how I used to do it. That's cool to see. Also, with the word blue, I use this technique that I call embedding, which is kind of funny or kind of interesting, where I didn't actually rhyme with blue. I said I got these rappers feeling blue because I got them so sad. And what's interesting about that is that embedding is hard. In some ways, it's harder than just rhyming the word because you have to free associate once first. Like, so I had to go from blue to sad and then set up something that rhymes with sad. Whereas normally to rhyme with blue, all I have to do is think of something that rhymes with blue, and then I'm set up to say the word blue, and everybody knows exactly what happened. But in this case, like, you make that one leap first. Like, I thought blue, then I thought sad, then I said something that rhymes with that. it's a little harder, but to audiences, sometimes they feel like you didn't do the assignment. So it's really ironic. Like often it can be less impressive to the audience. They'll be like, he didn't rhyme with blue, you know, which is, so that's just interesting to me as a freestyler. You'll discover sometimes the more challenging thing is not the more impressive thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're adding a whole another layer of a qualifier on top of it, but you're not giving them that satisfaction of the pure rhyme coming through.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Phone straight to heaven, I send them. Time and space, I'ma bend them. I leave them blue like a denim. Harry Mack, when I be on, you know I'm a reacher.
So dope.
Frequency freaker. In fact, I turn them blue like your speaker. Harry Mack, I be off the top, they not even catching. Got a passion. Hold up, both of us are now matching. Come on, Harry Mack, man, never ever spitting it bland. The same speaker from a different brand. Where's the next word? Eat them like a cupcake. Harry Mack, I just ripped the mic for fuck's sake. Check it out. Hey, yo, you know they can't
All right,
wait
pause it right there. First of all, shout out to these 3 young women because they are just so their energy is so infectious. I can't help but smile based off their reactions. And when I was calling out the speaker and stuff, she was just so, it was just great, dude. The smiles are amazing. That's what this content is all about, man. But yeah, that's a funny moment with Cupcake because I said, what was the word? And then I get the word and then I use it first. So it's the opposite of setup punchline. Like I call it free flowing. I think other people call it that too. That's one of the words for it, where you start with the word and then you just free associate to another rhyming word. And then, so it ends up being a bit more random often. So that's why I say I just rip the mic for fuck's sake. It makes sense, but it feels more random because I started with Cupcake and then I just went to something that rhymes with it. Okay, fuck's sake. I just ripped the mic for fuck's sake. So it's interesting. There's 2 directions you can go. You can either start with a rhyming word and then hit the target, right? And end with Cupcake, that's set up punchline. Or you can start with the target word, just say Cupcake, and then rhyme with it. And the only risk there is if you can't think of anything that rhymes with it. So, yeah.
Dude, I like when people throw you words mid-free.
Yeah.
I'd have to get back to that a little bit. Or
Yeah.
find a way to how to do that.
It is dope. The only challenge there is I usually have to say what? I usually don't hear it the first time, and then I have to be like, what'd you say? But but it is cool. It creates a cool energy.
Yeah, it's dope.
Hey yo, you know they can't waste me. My flow is tasty, kinda like the cupcake pastry. Harry Mack, man, you know that I rocks. They couldn't get just one cupcake, they needed the box. Yeah, I understand it, I'm addicted as well. They go nuts, I like cupcakes, but I'm more addicted to the donuts. Harry Mack, I'm coming, I've been raw from the start. I rep for the art, and like your earring shape, I got heart. Come on, it goes down when I'm flexing strong. The shape of her shades is like a hexagon. Harry Mack, I get busy, yo. I tried to rip. Yo, she got the braids nice, cause she died the tips. I really do what I do whenever I'm killing, making a million. Harry Mack, I'm up at the top and spitting the lyrics that people feeling. Yeah, and thank y'all for giving it a chance. Harry Mack, I kick the lyrics that are way too advanced. It's like that, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yo, it's Harry Mack.
All right, hell yeah. That's dope, man. Man, shout out to those girls again. That was they had such a good energy. Great first clip for the newly rebranded Guerrilla Bars series, man. That's crazy. It's cool to go back down memory lane. One thing I was thinking about too is it's interesting how the mind will be primed to notice certain things. Like, so I noticed the shape of the earrings was a heart, and then the very next line was about the shades being a hexagon. And I feel like there's these different like categories of observation that sometimes open up to me mid freestyle. Like for that little section of the freestyle, I was thinking in terms of shape. So it was like shapes stand out to me, like the heart shape and then the hexagon. And like in other freestyles in the past, I've noticed that will happen. Like suddenly the world of color becomes obvious to me and I'm just referencing different colors that I'm seeing, or like brand names. And then I'm talking about the Nike and the Puma and the Levi. And so it's interesting how you sort of can like go into a certain observational mode and those things kind of stand out to you and inspire the bars.